TNA, TNA, TNA. Alright, yeah, I just finished watching Turning Point, finally. And wow. Very good show. Mike Tenay and Taz, first off, I wanted to touch on this. I really feel that Mike Tenay and Taz have established themselves as the best announced team in wrestling today. Period. They're very organic. They flow together very well. They just seem to really mesh together, and they seem to really enjoy themselves. And I think it rubs off on the viewers. And I really enjoy it. And this is coming from a guy that thought that Mike Tenay and Don West were the worst announced team of all time. I mean, you take Don West out of there and put in I think one of the most underrated color commentators of all time in Taz, and I think you have the best announced team right now. Speaking of Don West, the first match of the night was Amazing Red versus Homicide for the X Division title. I give this match 3.5 stars. I thought this was a very good first match. Very good opener. The only negative I have about it is Don West. Why won't you just shut up? Why? He just kept yelling and yelling and yelling. I understand that he's his Amazing Red's manager now. I understand that he needs to be coaching him from the corner. That's what he's supposed to be doing. But did they have a mic on him, or is that how loud he screams? I mean, good God, he was louder than the announcers at times. He is just overbearing. It's just, just shut up. He's so contrived. He's a walking cliche. He's just, you can do it, Red. You're faster. Use your speed, and you're tough, and fight through the pain. And you can do it, pal. Just stop it. Just stop. You are bad. You are not a good speaker of words. Just stop. Shush. Please. Good match. I like the Code Red. It's a good finisher. But stop. Don West. Next match. Beautiful People versus ODB, Taylor Wilde, and Sarita for the Knockouts title and the Knockouts tag titles. If they pinned ODB, then they won the Knockouts title. If they pinned Taylor Wilde and Sarita, they win the tag titles. And if they pinned Earl Hebner, then they get to meet Bret Hart and talk about the Montreal Screw. I don't even know. And they get an autographed version of his book or something. There was way too many stipulations in this match, but the Beautiful People, for what it's worth, are hot. As obviously we already know, and I know, I watch them every week on Impact, but I just thought I'd reiterate that. Hot. I give it 2.25 stars. I might be overrating it a bit, but I just thought that the commentary itself was worth the match. I mean, some of the stuff that Taz and Tenay came up with was hilarious. Taz calling Mike Tenay a dirty old man, I thought it was pretty funny. Tenay confirming it was a bit strange, but I thought it was funny. Next is Desmond Wolfe's promo, which I thought was very good. After that, we had the Triple Threat Tag Team title match, British Invasion versus Beer Money and the Motor City Machine Guns. I give this 3.25 stars. I thought it was a good match. Very good tag team action. A lot of good double team moves. Obviously, it's a tag team match, but I really enjoyed this match. 3.25 stars. Nash came back and hit Eric Young with he hit James Storm. James Storm with the Global Legends, whatever it's called, title, and the British Invasion retained. Nash then would do a promo talking about Hulk. We'll see where it goes. He kept saying Hulk knows. I just hope it doesn't lead to the NWO version 3766. I've been counting. I really haven't, but and we'll see where they go with that. The next match was also Kong versus Terror in 6 Sides of Steel. 3 stars for this match. I thought it was a good match. I thought it could have been better. I thought it could have been a bit longer, but 3 stars for this match. I thought it was a very good match. Kong doing a missile drop kick took me aback a bit. That was pretty impressive. Then Terror, obviously, the power bomb on Kong was a nice spot. Next match was Team 3D versus the Pope. No, Team 3D Rhino versus the Pope. Team 3D and Rhino versus the Pope, Matt Morgan and Hernandez. A forgettable match here. I really enjoyed the storyline, but this match was unremarkable. I give it 2.5 stars. It was alright. I'm happy that we'll see how they're going to further the storyline through this. So I'll give it 2.5 stars. Not going to remember this match, but the next match is Scott Steiner versus Bobby Lashley. This was expected to be the proverbial yawn fest, and it was a little better than what everyone I think expected. I give this one 2.5 stars as well. It was okay for what it was. Steiner doing Frankensteiner was a nice flashback, even though he almost killed himself, landing on his head. But it was okay for what it was. Steiner beat Lashley. Next match was Kurt Angle and Desmond Wolfe. Very, very good match. Very good match. I give it 4.5 stars. I thought it was kind of funny before the match. Kurt Angle said that he wanted to say to Desmond Wolfe, "Welcome to my yard." Haven't heard that one before, Kurt. Very original. But I'm just messing with him. The match itself was very, very good. I give it 4.5 stars. The finish was alright. I enjoyed the mat wrestling. It was something you don't see nowadays in professional wrestling. I just thought that Wolfe tapped a little too quick, but we'll see if there's any explanation for why he did. It's not enough to really take away from the match seriously at all. There's one thing I wanted to point out, and I'm starting to wonder why every time there's a non-American heel in the ring, even though he has nothing against the United States in the storyline or anything else like that, why do people chant USA every single time? Every time. I'm as proud to be an American as anyone else, but I think it's a bit overused, just a tad, a bit overused of a chant. The next match was the match of the night by far. 5 stars. I think this challenges Undertaker and Shawn Michaels for the best match of the year. You can also throw John Morrison and Rey Mysterio in those talks from SmackDown. But this match was very good. 5 stars. Really lived up to the huge expectations. Way too many spots to even go over them all. The last spot, obviously, was Christopher Daniels hitting the BME. And then AJ Styles kind of botching a 450 splash, driving his knees into Daniels' back. But that really didn't take away from the match at all. I mean, you couldn't really. It was just a really great match. Jeremy Borash's impersonation of Michael Buffer was a little painful, but other than that, it was a very, very good match. Enjoyed the various chants throughout the match. "This is wrestling" was a pretty good chant, even though I think South Park may disagree that it's not wrestling. But and then the "Screw Hulk Hogan" chant was pretty interesting. I'm sure Hulk doesn't care, but I just thought it was an interesting chant. Subscribe if you guys want. I'll see you guys later. Be on the lookout for my next video. Let me know what you thought about Turning Point, and I'll see you guys later.